Alright folks, today we're going to be working on another problem. We're going to be skipping meeting rooms because that's a LeetCode premium question. Right, so I don't have LeetCode premium, so I can't work on this one. So we're going to be doing Roman to integer instead. So Roman numerals are represented by 7 different symbols, IVX, LCD, and M, with different values. For example, 2 is written as 2 i's in Roman numeral with just 2 ones added together. 12 is written as x double I, which is simply x plus 2 i's. And the number 27 is written as xxvii, which is 2x plus v plus 2 i's. Okay. So the idea is that we can also make certain numbers like 4 and 9 by placing a 1 before 5 or 1 before 10, placing a 10 before a 50 or 10 before a 100 can get 40 or 90, and also so on and so forth. So I think the idea then is to I think what we can do, let me think. What we can do is that we can take a sliding window of the string of size 2. And the reason why we're working with size 2 is because of the fact that we will always be, we need to be checking to see if those two values within the sliding window is a 1 and a 5, a 1 and a 10, basically a smaller denomination before a larger denomination, whatever that may be, right? I believe. At least in the case of the 6 instances right here, right? So 1 before 5 or 10, 10 before 50 or 100, and 100 before 500 or 1,000. So basically these 6 cases we need to make sure. So we're going to need to take a sliding window of size 2, I think, in order to check to make sure that we have that. Otherwise, in that case, we can just add the number to a sort of rolling, I guess, sum, as you could call it. And then we would increase the sliding window from there. I guess the main concern is just getting that sliding window to work and work properly. Right now, I'm not too sure as to how that can happen. I think the smartest way is to add a number. Because the problem with the sliding window of size 2 is that if we have a sliding window of size 2, for example, like here with the 2 i's, right? We have our first sliding window that starts here. We can add 2 here, but then when we add 2 here again because of our sliding window, then that is a mistake because we're double counting the middle one. So I think what we do instead actually is always just add the lower of the 2 sliding windows and we check. And I think that makes sense. So here, like in this example, we would add 10, then we would add 10 again, then we'd add 5, then 1, then 1. And that's always on the left side of our sliding window. So we can say our variable running total starts at 0. Our left window starts at 0. Our right window starts at 1. And we can say while sorry about that. So we can say that while left window is less than s.size, so this will guarantee that we don't go over. So right, we can say our val right character is s.get or null at our right window. So this is a potentially null character if we are outside of the scope of our string. And before I forget, I'm also going to say left window plus plus and right window plus plus. And at the end, we are going to return our running total. We can do a when statement, and we can say when right character is null, then we can say, let's just have a function here that just says get value of character, because I want to keep this separate. When C, and this is, let's see, and this is a return statement, and this will return an int. This is basically just going to give me the value. So I don't think these need commas actually. X L C D M. Right, so this takes in a character, returns that value. Then we can say running total is equal to, or plus equals, get value of character, and this will be s.get, and we will get at left window. Else, if right character is not null, then we can say val, and I'm going to put these as values. Because I don't want to recalculate and recall the function. So the left value is going to be the get value of character s get left window. Get value of character, and this is just right character. So we know that this right character is not null, otherwise it would have been tripped by this. We know that the left window is not null, or at least we know that as a developer. Maybe the compiler doesn't know that. If right value is greater than left value, so if the value on the right part of the string is greater than the left part of the string, so basically if it's a I before a V or an X, but what if we put an I before an L or a C? Because I before L would make a 49. But is 49 not written in that way? It 49 would be XL, because that would be 40, and then IX, I guess. So this is something that we could check to validate that this is correct. I'm not sure if this is something that is necessary or not. This is something that I would ask to the interviewer, like, are we guaranteed that these Roman numerals are sort of accurate? Or not accurate, but correctly formatted, right? If I do something like IL, right? That's 1 before 50. Would that still count? In that case, I could do something like if right value minus left value mod 4 is 0, or right value minus left value mod 9 is 0, because they're both divisible by 4 and 9. There may be other combinations that are also divisible by 4 and 9. And there is a case here. Let's also check to make sure that right value is greater than left value, just so we don't get things mixed up here. I think this evaluation might be a little bit overkill. I don't think that this is entirely necessary, but we can just leave it in here for now. We can say our running total will be equal to our right value minus left value. I've realized my mistake. We need to also because when we're adding the right value minus left value, that's sort of like a compound Roman numeral in a way, where we use both of those numbers. So we need to increment the sliding window by an additional amount. Let's see if this works now. Perfect. Test all the use cases. Awesome. Let's remove our print lines. Let's take a shot at submission. Awesome. And decent speed and space as well. Well, I think I'm pretty happy with this solution. It's fairly concise. Could probably reduce it a little bit more, but I think it gets the job done. But other than that, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next problem.